put it together in one piece for you. All right, time to talk fun. This is our fun and happy bracelet. I love this bracelet. We hadn't done a lot of enamel in a while, and so I thought it was great that we could put this together for you. We beefed it up with our 3.7 millimeter box chain, so you've got great silver chain presence there. That's what Jay does so well. And then these beautiful, happy springtime symbols. This is a little bit of an extension from our Symbols of Love collection. You know, our Symbols of Love collection is really all about these symbols that, you know, give you a way to express what you hold dear. But we wanted to be a little whimsical sometimes with that, and we weren't sure it had quite that sort of emotional heart pull, but yet it was so important to, you know, again, like share a hobby or share things that are meaningful to you or things that you love. And so that's what these bracelets are all about. So I'll go through each of the styles real quickly. 3.7 millimeter chain. You'll have an 8 millimeter hammered bead on each side of the enamel station. So first one here is this wonderful 4-leaf clover. We only have a dozen, that's it? Oh my gosh. So if you want this one, run, don't walk. And just to show you, it's enamel on one side. Look how thick. But if it flips to the other side, we did such a beautiful job finishing it in all hammered silver. So I love it, actually, if it rolls. Sometimes you get the color and sometimes you don't. All right, real quickly, if we can hold that shot, I'll go through them. So our butterfly, look how we did shades of blue. All my denim girls, you've got everything from dark indigo denim to bleach denim in that one. But so many of you love the butterfly as a symbol of transformation, emerging from that cocoon. I have 100 of those to go around, again, in 5 sizes. We talked about the clover. Oh, this flower. I was just walking in my garden today. We have a rose garden out in our backyard. You know, there's just when things are in bloom, that makes me happy. Look how we've cupped that flower. I'll grab that sample too. I love how you have the raised bead texture in the center. Look how we've executed the enameling. Just fresh and so pretty. And again, just a pretty touch of something to wear on your wrist. The ladybug, of course, another great symbol of luck. Many of you asked for this. We had created a ladybug Symbols of Love collection in all silver. You wanted enamel, so here it is for you with the classic red and black. Only 3 dozen of the sweet ladybug or ladybird to go around. And then finally, this last one, I have to give this one to my good friend Carolyn Gracie with her wonderful gardening collection that she's doing for all of you. But look how cute this hammered watering can is. Look at the thickness on it. The backside is beautifully hammered, but on the front, look at that pretty enameled sunflower. Just happy. There's fewer than 30 of those to go around. I mean, wouldn't that be great for, you know, whoever your besties are in the garden club or someone that you know, like that's their passion, that's their hobby. They love to be outdoors. They love to plant things. They're always bringing you homegrown tomatoes from their garden. Tell me they wouldn't love that beautiful watering can. I just think it's so great. The hardest thing with this collection is deciding which one you want. Can I also just tell you, the baby box chain that we showed you earlier, if you go to QVC.com, we have pendant enhancers that you could put on that baby box chain and do a matched set. So just not for nothing. I know that's not what we're talking about right now, but I just want you to know we have the exact enhancers available to match all of the different themes in the bracelets that we're talking about. And I wanted to grab that flower real quickly because I wanted you to see this. So see, even though from the side it looks thick, look how they curved that up. So it's not just some like stamped out piece. These are first sketched, then they're carved in wax, then they're cast in metal. Then our artists are going back and putting the enamel in place so that you have this beautiful kind of almost ombre look. I think that is so pretty. And even if it rotates to the back, guess what? You have the beautiful cutout shape of the flower on the back side. Again, great weight to this bracelet. You again have our 3.7 millimeter. So again, layering that in with the other bracelets that you like to wear. It's just a really pretty piece. It's a lot of silver with this like kiss of a theme and color to go along with it. And remember, our bracelets come in 5 sizes. So we can maybe show you that size chart again. 5 sizes in our bracelet. So our extra small is going to be a 6 1/4 inch fit. The small will be a 6 3/4 inch fit. The average will be a 7 1/4 inch fit. Thank you, everybody. The large will be an 8 inch fit, and the extra large will be an 8 1/4 inch fit. The normal price on this bracelet, because it is weightier with the larger 3.7 chain, because the casting of that charm and then the handwork of the enamel, this is normally a $250 bracelet, but it's on sale right now for $199, and you're getting the opportunity to put it on 5 easy payments. So a great look. Again, I think it's a beautiful gift. And for those of you that are J collectors, you know, these enamel collections are really few and far between. We don't do them often. But when our designers kind of came up with this chunkier station and these beautiful themes that I think everybody can find something here that they love. If you love being outside in the garden, the watering can. Maybe a ladybug has always been a sort of special meaning, or you know someone who could use a little bit of luck with whatever their next journey in life might be. Who doesn't love getting beautiful flowers? I mean, that's a flower you never have to trim back. You never have to prune. You never have to water. It's always going to look beautiful every single time you pick it up. Of course, the four-leaf clover, another wonderful symbol of good luck. I love that we did that on that beautiful shading of the ombre green. And as much as I love the clover, especially since I'm heading to Ireland, but I have to say my favorite of this group is the butterfly. I love how we use the different shades of blue here. I love the dimension of that butterfly. And I do love the symbolism of the butterfly. You know, listen, I think everybody has had moments in their life where they felt like they were the ugly, hairy caterpillar. Right? And then things happen. And maybe it's self-reflection. Maybe it's a prioritization of your goals. Maybe sometimes you just kind of, you know, close yourself off for a while, like you're in that cocoon. But when you emerge, right, like that's the most important thing, is that you emerge, right? The most important thing is you don't stay in that darkness too long. And instead you emerge from this place anew. And now you have your wings. You have your wings so that you can go forth and see the world. You've transformed into the person that you were meant to be. And I think there's a lot of beauty in that. I love that. I use that metaphor in my own life and different phases of my life too. I don't think it's just a one-time thing. For some of you, it might be weight. For some of you, it might be, you know, going a completely different path with your career. For some of you, it might just be starting life anew because, you know, you had some curveballs. And guess what? Now it's time to take your swing. Let's get you to first base. That to me is what emerging and transforming like that butterfly is all about. And I also know that a lot of people, when they see butterflies in their garden, feel like perhaps it's somebody special that passed on that's stopping by to visit. The same way I do that when I see a cardinal. I think it's my grandmother. You know, when a cardinal is near, what is it? When a cardinal is near, angels are near, or something like that. I can't think of the exact words right now, but you know, I think people feel that way. I know Marie Osmond would always talk about how, you know, every time she saw butterflies, like she just felt as if it was her mom coming to visit to check on her, just make sure like everything's okay. So there's a lot of spiritualness around the butterfly. There's a lot of symbolism. And I think, like, how could you ever get tired of looking at that symbol on your wrist? I sort of feel that way about all of them, but I think for sure with the butterfly, I just think it's beautiful. So great look here. Again, we didn't just put the symbol on your wrist. We made sure to add some of the hammered beads that so many of you love. That ties back into other pieces that you wear. And you can see here with all the different bracelets that I wear, you know, some of these I never take off. But if you want woven texture, if you want a little diamond, if you want a classic chain, if you want chain with beads, if you want a little pop of color, that's the fun of shopping for these pieces with Jay, is we really try to always give you things that are wearable, but again, always have that designer flair, that designer touch that really makes it feel more special than average. And I hope that you can that with the pieces that you shop for from Jay. So listen, I am off to Ireland on Monday to grab inspiration and create new collections for all of you. I'll be back on QVC's main jewelry day back on June 25th, I think it is. So I'll look forward to seeing you for Jay Jewelry then. But in the meantime, coming up next, Ultrafine Silver is coming up next with my sweet dear friend Sandra Bennett. So enjoy your evening, everybody. Thanks for keeping me company, and I'll see you soon.